Not far from the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir's Rajouri district, there is a middle school, a government middle school. Young children, despite the shelling, they've been coming to school. Why? Because they want to study, they want to make a mark for themselves, and they want to do something for their district. They want to become school teachers, administrative officers, join the security forces and defend the country. I stopped by at the school close to the line of control and spoke to some youngsters. This is the story of their will, grit and determination.
Days after Captain Kundu and 3 army jawans fell to Pakistan's unprovoked firing on the line of control, little children in Jammu's Rajouri giving it back measure for measure. Their response to Pakistani bullets, the chant of morning prayers and their promise to stand united as Indians. Morning assembly at the government middle school at Manjakot in Rajouri district. Girls outnumber boys in this school, where children cover distances of over 10 kilometers away on foot to study. The girls take great pride in their education and some even go home and teach their parents English and basic mathematics. Sahiba is all of 8 years old and takes great pride in learning English.
जब यहाँ फायरिंग होती है आवाज़ आती है पर डर लगता है पर इतना नहीं आते हैं स्कूल हम बहुत दूर से आते हैं बहुत बच्चे आते हैं यहाँ स्कूल
सरहद पार से फायरिंग होती है शेलिंग होती है तब आप पढ़ने आ पाते हो
यस सर
कैसे आते हो फिर
आस्ता-आस्ता आते हैं
आस्ता-आस्ता आते हो
यस सर
डर तो नहीं लगता
सर लगता है
It is not just the students, but even teachers who brave Pakistani ceasefire violations to teach students. And these teachers have a message for Pakistan.
दूर दराज से बच्चे वहाँ से भी आते हैं, आगे पीछे दूर से आते हैं, तो फायरिंग होती है, शेलिंग होती है, ये बड़ी परेशानी होती है। जब शेलिंग होती है तो बच्चे ये पिछली दिनों में ये जो शेलिंग हुई इसमें यहाँ हमारे फौज के आदमी मारे गए 3-4 तो उसके बाद सिविलियन वगैरह मकान को भी नुकसान हुआ है।
यहाँ पर बॉर्डर पे शेलिंग हो रही है बहुत ज़्यादा, फिर भी बच्चे अपनी हिम्मत दिखा के यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं पढ़ने के लिए, तो हम भी इनको मेहनत करवा रहे हैं, इनके एग्ज़ाम भी पास आ गए हैं तो फिर भी चलो हम इनको कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि कुछ ज्ञान कर लें।
At this school, the vow is to continue to fight Pakistan's treachery with the resolve to learn and build a better future.
The morning assembly starts with a prayer for peace, a prayer for progress. But on their lips is also prayer that they're able to come and study and make a mark for themselves. These students have displayed steely will and determination, not just to study, but also to brave the situation along the line of control, the shelling, the firing, the cross-border ceasefire violations, and yet make a mark for themselves in life. With cameraman Kirpal Singh at Manjakot, Rajouri, Gaurav Sawant for India Today. General Bipin Rawat, Chief of the Army Staff, is confident that the army is on top of the situation and will control it at the line of control. He says India has been responding to Pakistan's ceasefire violations. That's not all. They've done so in the past. They will continue to do so in the future. Now, he was at the Parliament to meet Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, where India Today caught up with him. Let's listen in.
ये सर जो सीमा पर इस समय सीज फायर वायलेशन पाकिस्तान की तरफ से किया जा रहा है उसको लेकर के सीना किस तरीके से
वो जैसे पहले करते थे यार
नहीं क्या जो 4 जवानों को उन्होंने शहीद
पहले है जैसे हम करते हैं सब तरफ से हो रहा है फिक्र नहीं करो आप इसकी छोड़ दो, हम सब कर लेंगे वैसे कंट्रोल। थैंक यू।
The army is on top of the situation. That the army chief is very clear about. But I want to quickly bring in India Today's Shudi Ranjan Sen for more on the story. Shudi, I want to understand from you. At the line of control, Pakistan violates ceasefire. India hits back. Well, there has been a surgical strike. There have been raids. But that hasn't deterred Pakistan. So what's the next step? How can India impose prohibitive costs on Pakistan so that ceasefire violations, at least civilian areas, are no longer targeted?
Well, Gaurav, the way we are playing the game has changed slightly, and the idea which himself, the Chief of Army Staff, had earlier told us, is the idea now is to hurt the Pakistan Army to the extent that it feels that it's no longer worthwhile to either send in terrorists or aid terrorists infiltrating across the border, and you have to keep fighting this war, so to say, or this undeclared war, so to say, along the line of control in that manner. In fact, a few days ago when I was with the 15 Corps commander, this is exactly what I was told, that we will have to take the cost. We do not like our soldiers dying, we do not like the loss of lives that are there, but this is a necessary cost we have to accept. And it is only when the Pakistan Army starts feeling hurt, and mind you, this has happened before. In 2000, when we entered into an agreement with Pakistan, the ceasefire agreement of 2003, it is exactly through the spiral that we came to that understanding that it is better for Pakistan to stop these ceasefire violations, stop sending in the terrorists, because the costs are going to be prohibitive. So that is what you're going to see. It's going to spiral a little bit.
Yes.
But the hope is that ultimately it will be Pakistan who's going to come and say, okay, fair enough, we're going to end this. And in the DGMO level talks, Gaurav, there are already indications that Pakistan has been sending that can we now, quieten down the entire border, quieten down these crossfire hits that it is getting from India. Gaurav.
These are feelers. Oh, absolutely. On ground. Shudi, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. On the ground, it's very clear the Indian army is far superior to Pakistan. But remember, it is an undeclared conflict that we are battling with Pakistan. So there will be costs. It's not as if there will be no lives lost on this side. Remember, even when India was completely silent, Pakistan was killing our people. 166 in Mumbai in 2008, almost 200 in Mumbai once again in 2006. So Pakistan has been killing our people. This time Pakistan is feeling the pain, and perhaps in the times to come that pain will only increase. Will Pakistan learn its lesson? We'll watch that very closely. There's breaking news that's coming in. Now, there is this terrorist in Kashmir, in South Kashmir. Riaz Naiku is his name, and he has hailed the terrorist activity, the attack at the Sri Maharaja Hari Singh Hospital, where terrorists killed 2 Jammu and Kashmir police personnel, and they succeeded in rescuing a Pakistani terrorist, Abu Naved. Now, this terrorist is now in South Kashmir, claims this audio clip. You will just hear this audio clip in a moment from now. Listen in to Riaz Naiku. Listen in to this Hizbul Mujahideen terrorist who says, we are sad that we've lost 2 Kashmiri policemen, but we had to do it in the name of Allah for Pakistan. Look at how these terrorists are misusing religion to fight for Pakistan. Listen in.
जैसा कि आप सब जानते हो कि नवीद भाई अलमोरुफ हंजला भाई जो कल SHMS श्रीनगर हॉस्पिटल से पुलिस के हाथों से भागने में कामयाब हुआ, और जो साथी इस मिशन पर इस काम के लिए वहां गया था, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह वो दोनों अल्लाह के फजल व करम से बहिफाजत हमारे पास पहुंच चुके हैं। वहां हमारे साथियों के हाथों से 2 पुलिस वाले भी मारे गए हैं। उनके बाल बच्चे देखकर हमें बहुत दुख हुआ है। वल्लाह न हम किसी बच्चे को यतीम देखना चाहते हैं और न हम किसी माँ को बेवा देखना चाहते हैं, और न ही हम किसी कश्मीरी को मारना चाहते हैं। लेकिन आप लोग हमें इसके लिए मजबूर कर रहे हो। आप देखो, एक पाकिस्तानी भाई को आज़ाद कराने के लिए हमको 2 कश्मीरी भाइयों को मारना पड़ा। ये क्यों? ये सब कश्मीर को हिंदुस्तान के जुल्म व सितम से आज़ाद कराने के लिए करना पड़ता है। हम ये सब अल्लाह की रज़ा के लिए कर रहे हैं। हमें अगर नवीद भाई से मोहब्बत है तो सिर्फ अल्लाह की रज़ा के लिए है, और कश्मीर के कुछ लोग अपने मफाद के लिए हिंदुस्तान का साथ दे रहे हैं और पाकिस्तानी भाइयों से गद्दारी कर रहे हैं। जो लोग पाकिस्तान से हमारे माओं बहनों की इज्जत के लिए अपने माओं बहनों को छोड़कर आते हैं, आखिरत में आप उनको क्या जवाब दोगे? पाकिस्तानी मुजाहिदीन यहाँ मुहाजिर हैं, हम पर उनकी मदद करना और उनकी हिफाजत करना फ़र्ज है। मुझे कश्मीरी साथियों से ज़्यादा प्यार पाकिस्तानी साथियों से है। याद रखो, जब तक हिंदुस्तान कश्मीर से नहीं निकलेगा तब तक कश्मीर से कन्याकुमारी तक के हर माँ को खून के आंसू बहाने हैं। 2018 में ही देखो हिंदुस्तान के कितने फौजी ताबूतों में वापस भेजे गए हैं।
I want to quickly bring in India Today's Shootout Haq from Srinagar for more on the story. I also want to bring into this conversation Mr. Kuldeep Khoda, former Director General of Jammu and Kashmir Police, for more on the story. Shuja, so here we have a Kashmiri terrorist who's killing fellow Kashmiris for Pakistan. Is this the real face of this so-called fight in Kashmir for Azadi?
Well, Gaurav, this audio clip which is doing the rounds and, is claimed to be from Riaz Naiko, makes few things clear. One, about the yesterday's incident, it makes this thing clear that it was a very well planned attack, meticulously designed by these groups who are, at the helm of affairs when it comes to these militant organizations. They, desperately wanted this person, this Nawed, to come out so that, their ranks could be filled in once again. That part is clear. And he has reached back to, these destinations as per this, audio is concerned. The second part is, this definitely points towards the fact why these militants are doing what they are doing. There have been a lot of clamor, there have been a lot of criticism across Kashmir society over the killings of Kashmiri cops as well. This is perhaps the reason why he is talking about the fact that they don't want to kill Kashmiri, policemen, and in fact is advising them that they should leave their jobs. So it makes these few things clear. What is to be seen is how the government is reacting to it. Today was the next day of this incident, and we did not hear much from the police forces as to what really were they doing, after this yesterday's daring attack that was carried out in the hospital.
Oh, absolutely. This needs to be investigated. Mr. Khoda, what do you make of Riaz Naiko? So what do you make of Hizbul Mujahideen that claims to be a local terrorist organization? Its leader, of course, Syed Salahuddin, is in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. But this local terrorist organization is killing fellow Kashmiris for a Pakistani terrorist.
This fellow has made it clear that he loves Pakistanis more than Kashmiris. So that is for that gives a clear message as to what is in the minds of the militants, though hailing from Kashmir also. But at the same time, this message of Riaz Naiko is more to try and sow seeds of dissension within the police. But J&K police has stood all these challenges in the past bravely. They have lost so many boys. Over 1,500 martyrs from J&K police are there during who have fought militancy. And their morale is very high, and they will come up and deal with the terrorism as they have been dealing in the past with more renewed effort and vigor. And this has been shown by the results which have been obtained in the year 2017, when over 200 terrorists were killed. And but at the same time, the point which needs to be looked into thoroughly is to how the information got leaked that the terrorist, Pakistani terrorist Nawed, is being brought to the hospital.
In fact, I'm just coming to that. I am just coming to that. Absolutely. In fact, that's my big focus story right now. There's more breaking news coming in. The Jammu and Kashmir police, sir, stay with me for a moment. Stay with me for a moment. This is the big story that we're talking about right now. The Jammu and Kashmir police has initiated an investigation to look for the enemy within. Now, after this 22-year-old Lashkar-e-Taiba Pakistani terrorist, Mohammad Naved Jatt, alias Abu Hunzala, after he escaped from Srinagar's Sri Maharaja Hari Singh Hospital, the Jammu and Kashmir police are now investigating the role of an insider. The Director General of Prisons, S.K. Mishra, he's ordered an inquiry. A DIG rank officer will conduct this inquiry. And I want to once again bring in Mr. Kuldeep Khoda for more on this. Mr. Khoda, somewhere down the line, one thing is very clear. There is an enemy within, and that enemy within needs to be flushed out.
No, I'm sure the inquiry will bring it out. But at the same time, another point of importance, which has been plaguing J&K for last so many years now, is that how come a Pakistani terrorist was thought fit to be lodged in a Srinagar jail? He should have been lodged outside the state or at the most in Jammu. All those agencies who are responsible for making him to stay in Srinagar, wherefrom it was relatively easier for him to manage all this escape plan, their role also needs to be looked into, all those agencies who have been responsible for it. Because normally a foreign terrorist should not be kept in Kashmir Valley, he should be kept outside. And this has been the practice in the past also. Gradually we have seen a trend that using various means, including the judicial process.
So why did this happen? Why did this happen? No, so should there be an inquiry into this?
Absolutely.
And why are we catching Pakistani terrorists? Shouldn't Pakistani terrorists, when caught, be eliminated?
You know, in the operation, most of them are neutralized. They get killed in the operations. But whosoever gets caught alive, the straight answer is that he should be kept outside the state at a safe place, wherefrom it is not possible for him to arrange the logistics for managing an escape and after killing the policeman. The Srinagar hospital is a vulnerable place. It is a heavily civilian visited place, and it is not possible to enforce high security in the hospitals, because it will cause great inconvenience to the patients who normally come there for treatment. So obviously, first of all, he should not have been taken there. But more important than that is why he was in Srinagar jail. He should have been outside Srinagar jail. He should have been somewhere in Jammu or Jamshedpur or somewhere else where they have been normally kept.
Very important lessons. Very important lessons there. Very important lessons. Good advice from Mr. Kuldeep Khoda. So for the moment, many thanks for joining me. There's more breaking news coming in, and this is coming in from the Parliament, where there's trouble over the Rafale deal. Let's get you that story. Kalikesh Singh Deo, he's a member of Parliament of the Biju Janata Dal, and Kalikesh Singh Deo is the dissenting voice. So is there a split in the opposition unity? He is the lone opposition voice in favor of the Rafale deal. In an exclusive interview with our National Affairs editor Rahul Srivastav, Kalikesh Singh Deo says the deal is the need of the hour, and the government did what was needed to have been done. Let's listen in.
Since you have been asking questions and you have been following the Rafale deal, do you think that India has had a rough deal in terms of pricing compared to the UPA, to the BJP time?
So certainly if you look at the per unit cost of each plane without technology transfer, then the cost is higher than what it was in the previous deal. But you also have to evaluate it in terms of the quantum of planes you are buying. In the last deal you were buying 126 or 136 planes. This time you're only buying 36 planes. And secondly, what is urgent for the country is that the Air Force has been shot by 8 or 10 divisions already because of a lack of planes. And from what I understand, the government was far ahead in negotiations with Rafale, and therefore they had to go and secure some planes to make sure the Air Force is in fighting condition. So I completely back this government, the NDA government, on this particular deal in Rafale. But however, is there corruption involved in it or not? Or was there corruption in the previous deal or not? Were there middlemen involved? That is something which I don't know. But certainly there is a need of planes today. We need to buy planes immediately, urgently. And I think it's a good start that we bought the Rafale.
That's a very important point that Kalikesh Singh Deo is making. If there is corruption, probe it, take action against the guilty, but don't stall a deal where defense modernization will suffer. What happened with Bofors should not happen with the Rafales. I want to bring in Rahul Srivastava for more on this. Rahul, this is the lone voice in the opposition that's actually supporting the government. So is the opposition indulging in politics on a critical issue of national security?
Gaurav, there are a few elements involved in this. What we can say is that the Congress feels that this is a moment where Narendra Modi government in its last 4 years is perhaps the weakest politically. And that is why using unemployment, rural distress and several other factors, the Congress has been trying to push the government against the wall. In that, there is also a charge that it is a corporate-friendly government, which is again to show that it is anti-poor. But when it comes to corruption, it is one charge that the Congress was really hit by in 2014. Remember, till date, we are talking about the National Herald case and the Congress's first family is out on bail as far as that case is concerned. Now, that's one charge the Congress desperately wants to push against Narendra Modi government. It hasn't had much. Now, even today when Rahul Gandhi was attacking the government, he didn't substantiate the charge that there is corruption. He's raising and flagging it and underlying it, but there is not much clear detail. What he's trying to say that why isn't the coming out with the exact details? Now, the contract, when it was signed, it was also the Congress had agreed that there is a confidentiality attached to as far as the various elements of modernization and modification to aircrafts and jet planes for India's necessities are concerned. Those can't be revealed because that's what is perhaps the most secret element as far as jet fighter is concerned. Avionics, weaponry and others, they can't be revealed. And that's where the Congress
will benefit the enemies. Absolutely. You're spot on there, Rahul. For the moment, many thanks for joining me. That is all I have time for on this special broadcast of India First. Many thanks for watching. For all the latest news and updates, log on to indiatoday.in. You can also download the India Today app.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.